part of the city.
What up, though? This is Quarantine 45. Reporting for you from my couch. The left side. In my fucking pajamas. Today I'm like full piece of shit mode. There's been times where I've gone on Instagram Live just to give myself an excuse to take a shower. Like, you just take a shower today, dog. Some people do better working from home than others. I'm a need to go out. I'm a gotta go outside kind of guy. I think if you lean towards like depression and shit like that working at home stuff, ooh, that can go bad quick. Why'd you turn off the music?
Oh, it was just me. I was screwing around. Sorry.
Just playing with shit. Yeah,
Sorry.
we just fucking fuck with things in the middle of Jude's talking. That's not going to distract him.
It's a good idea.
Fucking dick. Yeah. Hope everyone's doing well. Did you get all your canned goods? Are you all canned gooded up? Yeah, me too. I wish I would have gotten more different types of things. Just a lot of cream of wheat and shit. Malto meal, oatmeal.
Malto meal?
I fucking love malto meal. Yeah, I grew up on that shit.
That's just in the morning, though, right? You don't eat that.
I'm a WIC kid. Sometimes I have malto meal for dinner.
Wow.
Nice something. I don't have any fucking heat in my house. So when I want to turn on the heat, I just open up the oven. I mean, there's a heater. I just don't know how to fucking turn the damn thing on. There's like a fuse or some shit. But to be fair, I did bring in a gas guy because I was like, am I fucking dumb as shit? And no, the gas guy couldn't even figure the fucking thing out. So I was like, I don't feel so bad. So sometimes you get a little chilly, so you need something warm. Something warm. And nothing's warmer than a nice porridge. Nice little warm porridge to eat. It's like the Three Little Bears. Fuck yeah. That's what it was like. Like Three Little Bears. What have you been doing? Getting faded? Have you been working on yourself? I think we're going to talk about that in the news. Working on yourself. Have you been working on yourself? Self-improvement? You're going to say yeah, but we know. I know you're not doing shit. This is like the fucking I take it back. My sister, she's been like taking advantage of this shit. They'll go like drive out to the fucking desert and go like on nature hikes in the middle of nowhere. Which is fucking cool, I guess. You know what I mean?
Where is she again?
She's in LA.
Your sister's in LA? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I convinced her to come out here. Now I'm trying to convince her to leave. What's that?
Oh, I completely missed that. If you told me that, I completely forgot. She's out here in LA? I didn't fucking know that.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Rah-Rah's in LA. Yeah. I was just talking about her. I did a bunch of acid a couple months ago and went to go watch her DJ. Nice set, too. She played Erotic City. Yeah. So there it is. We got Black, White, or Other today. We taped this shit before the fucking, before the Rona, or the Roro, or whatever the fuck you call that shit. Before the Rona dropped, shut down America. It was a gentleman went inside of where Epstein, I'm putting this in quotes, killed himself.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Allegedly killed himself. John's a believer. John, you don't know that he went to the prison, or you don't know that what don't you know?
No, that well, yes, obviously he did kill himself. I think that is clear to anyone who takes a careful look at it. And Don was on the scene.
You're so
there.
full of shit. You're the only person in this world. Like, this is like the one thing that bipartisan people actually agree on, is that Epstein killed himself.
There's a certain subset of America, sure, of on both sides that are a little.
I
wacky.
wonder if they did a poll. Like, look up a poll. I would love to see like how many people would think that Epstein killed himself. I know polls don't really matter. Like, let's be real. Polls don't matter. And you need to do an aggregate. An aggregate is where you take 4 or 5 different polls and see where they all land, and then you fucking average that shit out. Because pollers can be biased.
All right. Well, I've got something at a Survey Monkey. If you want that.
Oh, Jesus
45
Christ! I don't think this is gonna. I don't think this is gonna work for either one of us. Survey Monkey. All right.
Survey Monkey.
What does Survey Monkey say? I don't think I'm not. If I'm right, I'm not taking credit for it. I'm just telling you right now. All right.
All right. Well, a strong 45% of Americans baselessly believe that Jeffrey Epstein was murdered, according to this Survey Monkey audience poll.
And then. But what was it? How many undecided?
Oh, I'd have to click through. But they're saying here that's up from 34% when measured by Emerson polling in August. Only 16% believe he died by suicide, down from 33%. So, I mean, the majority of those that look at this, again, baselessly believe that he was murdered.
Based on Survey Monkey, I'm right. Thank you, Survey Monkey, for proving my fucking point. Luckily, this interview was pre-taped. It's new to you guys. It's pre-taped. Yeah, new to you, bitch. New to you, motherfucker. And yeah, that shit is. And follow the fucking. Oh wait, if you're. This is gonna be pointless, me saying this to you, but follow the show. Because I don't know how many people are hitting me up like, oh, man, I missed your show. And I'm like, bro, I've been back since Thursday. And they're like, you what?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Pay attention.
I'll create I'll be like, hey, show's back on, by the way. Oh, by the way, show's back on. And then if you follow @AllOut Show, you would have known that shit.
But also, would you have him text you? I'm going to use that soon for a technical reason. I want people to subscribe to your texting thing. Can you tell them how to do that?
Yeah. What do you need them to do?
At some point, I'm going to have you blast him with something, a link to something. And I'm going to try to get people to call in. So I need people to pay attention to that number.
All right, it's... You got to sign up, but like, I send out blast texts and shit. Let's see. Let me pull up this number.
So if you want to play around with us,
213
on the air. Yep.
This is for like us calling.
This is how it's a long story, but I'm just saying
this is for us. But this is for us to be able to make phone calls, right?
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Jesus Christ! I ask you fucking a direct question. It was like, hey, this is what I deal with every fucking day, y'all. You just got to hear it. Jude asks one direct fucking question, and it's just fucking 50 words. You're like this spun out alcoholic, bro. All right, so okay, what we'll have you do is is just call up or just hit up this number. I was gonna say calls, but I was gonna put you in your own little special community, but fuck it, everybody will get it. 213-205-3747. Because right now we can't take fucking phone calls. We don't have the capabilities of it, but John, being a fucking computer nerd, is gonna use his computer nerd shit to figure out how to fucking take phone calls, and then that way we'll be able to communicate with you. Pretty straightforward. So I'm gonna say this one more time. 213-205-3747. And then maybe in a day or two, John will give me the fucking text, and I'll shoot it out to everybody. And that way you'll be able to communicate with the show if you want to. Because right now, you can't, there's no way for you to call us. No way at all. None.
Stay tuned.
For instance, we are doing a black, white, or other, but we're just doing a black, white, or other with someone whose phone number that we already have. A listener whose phone number that we already have. So there you go. If you want in on that shit, hop in. Because for real, like real talk, I would really love to do like What Would You Do? I just can't even do what would you do right now. Fucking sucks. I guess we could try to do some follow-ups or some shit.
I'm working on it.
Whatever.
I've got some plans that could get me in trouble, but I don't want to talk about that right now on the air. So we'll see what happens.
Don't say anything on the air, bro. Keep it to yourself. All right. So this is what we got. We got black, white, or other. We got the news from the chin, and we have, what's my man's name? Do you got it?
Yeah, it's what is it? Don. Shoot, I had it here a second ago. Don, my man Don. Don, the Jesus conspiracy Christ. Guy. Don Capria.
Don Capria. There it is. Don Capria will be on the air to talk conspiracy and more. Don't go anywhere. It is the All Out Show. Let's go.
You're listening to the All Out Show with you.
All right, y'all. We finna play a game. It's called Black, White, or Other. You can win a CBDee.com fucking CBD gift certificate, which is nice for these times because it calms you, or it can make you hungry, or it can put you to sleep, which is, nothing like a nice night's sleep. So we're going to play Black, White, or Other. I got 5 headlines from the news. I will read you the headlines. You have to guess whether the person is black, white, or other based on the shit that is going on. All right, let's go. What do we got there, John? Give me a test question.
I've got a guy who is facing a felony charge for grabbing a cop's penis while he was being arrested. So he just latched onto it and started to squeeze it. Grabbed his crotch. And he was handcuffed too. He really went for it.
I feel like this guy is on like either meth or PCP. So I'm going either. Well, everybody likes meth nowadays, and then when you throw in the PCP, let's see, grabs a dick, won't let go. Did he say no homo before that shit? Because if he said no homo, I'm saying black.
He didn't say that, but the cop was screaming out, "He's got my dick! Spray him! Spray him! He's got my dick!" Apparently, he really just pinched down on it. It was a big deal.
I feel like that, like, I'm not like for police brutality, but like, you start grabbing dudes' dicks like that, you You might get fucked up for that.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, hey, man, like, I got to make kids with this thing. I didn't come to work to fucking not be able to make kids because I'm arresting some fucking... One, I think he's high. Two, I think... It's either meth or PCP, dog. Yeah. Since it's a meth epidemic, I'm going to say it's white.
All right, is that the final answer?
Yeah, and that's just because it's an epidemic. If it wasn't, I'd have said PCP and black. But since I've just been seeing so much meth around out here, that it's a methy situation. And that white, final answer.
All right.
Damn.
So sorry.
What was
He's a
it?
black man. A black man. I can quickly text you his photograph if you want to take a look at our friend there. But
Yeah, what was he on?
it looks like I think he was drunk, but he was getting picked up for being unruly or something, and
That's pretty unruly. Dick grabbing.
And then at some point he really just squeezed down on it, which is a really bad idea because now he's facing more charges. Arrested for battery, causing substantial bodily harm, soft tissue injury, and disorderly conduct, resisting an officer, of course. So, but it looks as though he was probably drunk, and now he has to avoid controlled substances without a prescription.
That's it?
There's our man.
All right, hold on. Let me look. Let's take a gander at this guy.
Crushing down on the guy's penis with a tight grip. That would not occur to me. You're making a bad situation so much worse.
Dick grabbing? That is not even as a brother. That is not what I pictured. I pictured like a fucking I pictured like a fucking like a real junky looking motherfucker.
And he's a dangerous.
He looks like
man.
he just looks like he just looks like regular. He's got dreads and shit. Like he's got dread braids. Grabs his penis, would not let go. You knew I was gonna thought. You knew I thought it was gonna think it was white. That's why you went that, didn't you?
Yeah, of course.
Well played. I'm no longer gonna be playing this game with these questions. I'm gonna be playing John. I'm gonna be playing John with the fucking questions. Didn't that sound like some methy shit to do? Like I was like, oh, this is fucking total meth head shit.
Oh, absolutely. But
God damn it.
I guess he was wasted. He got in some trouble at a bar, and the cop showed up.
Grabbed his dick.
Big time.
Oh, and I think he probably didn't have to stay in jail because of all the corona shit. Where we're just like, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, I'm sure he's out now. That was back.
Yeah.
That was a couple weeks ago.
Oh, was it? Oh, yeah, he's straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's straight. Yep. All right, so there it is. If you're smarter than me, which you probably are, we're gonna call up our guy and play Black, White, or Other with him for his chance to win CBD. Sorry you can't win Promescent, dick spray, and lube. That's just the way she goes. All right, man, let's go.
You're listening to the All Out Show with you.
Overcoming racial stereotypes, one story at a time. The All Out Show presents Black, White, or Other.
Shade 45, we're back with Black, White, or Other. We were supposed to have Jarvis, but Jarvis is in the shower, so Jarvis's wife is playing. Hey, Jarvis's wife, what's your name?
Hey, my name's Ashley.
Well, welcome to the show. If Jarvis does come out early, he does not get to play. He's lost his game rights to Black, White, or Other. So hopefully you can represent for him and win some shit from CBD.com. You ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, man leaves drugs and a gun in designer bags at a convenience store. This guy went into a liquor store and left a Louis Vuitton and Gucci bag there, and was going to give the employee $100 to keep his bag. The worker declined. The man walked out without the bags, and the customer later pointed out that one of them had a handgun, which was stolen, in a digital scale, and some drugs.
Okay. He left the designer bag. It was several bags?
Gucci and Louis Vuitton with guns and drugs in it.
See, I don't think that's black, because a black person wouldn't leave that. Not for somebody to watch. That's kind of like irresponsible. Let me see. I'm going to say white, because it's very trusting to trust a stranger. So I'm saying white.
Is it white because of the trustworthiness?
No.
Haven't you watched the fucking rap video lately? They're walking around with the checker bags. They got the checker Louis bags and the Gucci bags. Thank God the bag came. Like, there's literally rap songs.
Obvious. Okay.
Yeah, all right.
I feel like it was too obvious. That was me. All right.
That's okay. Hey, look. Sometimes that real obvious shit, fucking, you're spot on, and then other times it just fucking it surprises you. That's why we play this game, just to show you how human people are. All right. A man choked his girlfriend who was complaining about his smelly farts.
Okay, wow. Is that it? No more details?
Let's see. She told the man his fart smelled horrible, and he got mad and grabbed her by the hair, pulled her to the ground, and choked her and headbutted her. I want to know if did this happen? I want to see how old this story is. Let's see. This is pre-quarantine. So this was before the quarantine.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, this could have been anybody. This could have been anyone USA. Like, you're stuck with your wife for fucking 3 weeks in one room. So
True.
Yeah. So this was before the quarantine dropped.
Okay. Okay. Because because it almost makes you want to be like, say something like too like far, but I'm trying to see. I think that it's other. Black people don't really care about farts, like, because it's a bodily function. So I'm saying other, and I'm going with other.
Is it other?
Oh my God.
Well, you were right about it not being black. It was a white guy, and
it was what?
he looks like he's from Harry Potter or some shit. He looks like Snape.
That's black out for party.
Yep. You're 0 for 2.
I'm mad. This is harder than I thought.
I'm telling you, everybody, in the car when you're driving, you know what I mean? Shit's fucking piece of cake, and then you do it.
Yeah, it's like in the car, I'm always getting them right.
You're like, oh, this shit is. You'd be like,
not.
oh, that stupid motherfucker when they get it wrong. You're like, of course it's this. All right, you ready?
Of course, this is how I feel. Okay, I'm ready.
A stripper is arrested for drunk driving and asked the police to take her through a fast food drive-thru.
I'm going to say, dang, hold on. All right. Is the drive-through restaurant part of this? Can you tell me the name?
I'm looking. I do not see the name. She had a Pontiac G6. That's all. That's what I can tell you. And was working at Lux
Pontiac
Showgirls.
Ask the cops to take it to drive-through. Okay. Okay. Because like it's the drive-through. Like really, it's the boldness of asking the cop to take them to the drive-through. So I'm going to say black.
Okay, to stay alive. That's your final answer. I'll tell you what she got drunk off of, and then you tell me if you think you're right or
Okay,
wrong.
tell me what she was drinking.
She had 2 double shots of Hennessy.
2 double shots of Hennessy. That's black.
You are correct. You got that one right. Give her the bell.
Yes. Yes. The boldness. The Hennessy and the boldness. Yeah.
Yes. You got that. All right. So you are still alive. You're still alive. Woman caught on camera falling through the ceiling in a jail escape fail. Woman tried to escape from prison with cameras, inmates, and officers watching. She stood on a seat attached to a kiosk, and for several minutes staring at the ceiling, then stepping down. Then she dragged a chair over there, apparently for more stable footing. She then removed a ceiling tile. This is all on camera, by the way.
Oh, wow. This is all on camera. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Climbs up out of sight, and then seconds later, she fell through it.
Okay. I have a sense. Because that's some real.
Do you want to know
like,
what she was in jail
activity. Yeah, tell me what she was in jail for.
Kidnapping, felonious assault, aggravated burglary, aggravated robbery, and grand theft.
Oh.
So it sounds like they probably carjacked somebody who was someone in the car, I'm guessing.
It's just like basically carjacked somebody and somebody in the car. That's why she got kidnapping charges.
That's what it sounds like. That's well, what?
It sounds.
I mean, the story's a little different. Why she's there?
Why is she there?
There's
sounds
no.
Like.
Do you really want to know something about it? 'Cause she met some old guy, and then she went over to the old guy's house with some other guy, and then roughed him up, and took care of him over this place. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So she did the old. She did that crucial catfishing. She was like, "Hey,
right. I'm helpless. Help me."
That's like
let's go on a date.
Pretty like gangster too. Like,
yeah.
Like, what do you? Okay.
All right, so that's everything we know.
I am torn, but it's okay. Let me see. I am. It's the kidnapping, but the aggressive behavior. I'm going to say white.
Is it white? Yes, it is white. All right. See? Let's see if you can get this right.
Doing good now. Now I'm on the roll, I think.
Yeah, you would. Yeah. All right. So I'll let you choose your own adventure. There's 6, 7, 8, or 9. 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10 to pick from.
I'm gonna do 8.
Drug dealer loses $60 million in Bitcoin when landlord unwittingly tosses codes. Oh my God. Dog.
How much?
$60 million. A drug dealer lost $60 million in Bitcoin when the fucking landlord threw away his codes. Oh my God. Yo, that shit just hurts my heart. Oh.
It's hard to believe.
Oh my God. He ain't have no back. I'd have had that shit tattooed on my fucking arm, dog. That'd have been my one tattoo ever.
Seriously, like, why is it so loose? That type of material is like, either once again, me being careless. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That with that amount of money, that amount plus drug dealer and like you're doing something
right.
with Bitcoin.
All right, so
first of all.
so the drug dealer got caught, went to jail. The landlord threw out all of his shit threw out all of his belongings.
The drug dealer got caught. Okay. All right. Yeah.
It's for the win.
Other.
Is it other?
For the win. No!
Did your husband come out the shower? I just want to know.
He did. He came out the shower.
And you started talking. You started discussing with his ass, and you fucking lost. You lost.
I'm discussing with you. Dang.
That's what you get. That's what you get. It was a white dude.
That's what I get right. It was a white dude.
Yeah, he said he considers it punishment for his own stupidity. So he's taking it on the chin like a champ. I guess he'll bounce back.
Yeah.
But 60 million in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Wow, dog.
Yeah.
That's rough. Ugh.
It should have known. It sounds like something from Ozark.
Yeah.
That's the vibe. He was laundering, doing something. Dang. All right.
Well, thank you for playing. I appreciate you playing. Sorry that you didn't win. Tell your husband.
It's okay.
We're not mad. We're just disappointed. And you guys have a great day.
We will. Thank you guys so much for playing with me.
Thank you. Peace. Yeah, you could tell it's that motherfucking the Wuhan lockdown. He's taking showers late as fuck in the day. Like, I gotta take a shower now. Why the fuck not?
I told him when I was calling. I don't know. It's fine.
Whatever. All right, that was Black, White, or Other. We got other shit coming on. Don't go anywhere. Let's go.
You're listening to the All Out Show with you.
Shade 45. I have author Don Capria. You did the Columbo, the Unsolved Murders. That's like the one, like
the standalone biography, true crime biography on my boss Joe Columbo. Yeah.
But today we're talking about Jeffrey Epstein.
We are.
I think he got killed. Fucking my producer doesn't thinks he killed himself, and I would like. I'm not an expert. Shit just don't add up to me. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of fucking
inconsistencies.
Yes.
So I don't know where your producer comes from or where he's been, but I told a couple people, and we do the story back and forth. I happened to spend 18 months in Metropolitan Correction Center.
And that's where he died?
That's where he died.
Okay.
That's where he was placed on suicide watch. So further intel, I happened to work suicide watch when I was in the MCC. So they work people who are in cadre. That's like, you're kind of like the porter for the building. So it's the highest paying job when you're in MCC. It pays almost $1 an hour. And for an inmate, that's a lot of money.
Right.
So you sit down in the same room. It's on the third floor of MCC. It's next to the female unit. That was another reason why you took that job, because
you could look at chicks.
You get the lunch or the dinner or the breakfast meal that comes in. It comes in on a push cart from usually a hot Spanish girl who got caught up on a drug beat. So it's a
little
job.
things.
It's the tiny little
it's
things.
Those little things.
You can look at Maxim magazine all you want, and the feds doesn't. They don't have porn in the feds.
Right.
It's not like the state where you got bang books, but this is you got to hide. You'll get the porn in there, just like you'll get the drugs in there, just like you'll get everything in there. But to see it, the COs are kind of whack. I was never into. I don't remember there was a CO my whole time in that I was like, oh my god, look at her. And dudes fawn over these COs and they blow their head up.
Yeah.
But the third floor was the move because you got to see the real shit.
And that's where Epstein was.
That's where Epstein was. I was not there anywhere near the time that Epstein was there.
When someone is on suicide watch, how long are they usually on suicide watch for?
I mean, it depends. There's a therapeutic part of that all. So they're seeing a shrink as they're on suicide watch, and they're being filmed. So you're looking at their actions. What are they saying? I think they get one phone call a day, so they're taping that phone call and they're listening to the interactions. They're allowed to write a letter, so they'll be supervised to write a letter with a small, either like a spaghetti pen or a pencil, and that they can't keep that stuff. There's nothing for them in Suicide Watch, except for this robe that I don't even think you could cut and hang yourself with.
Right.
They're 24-hour supervision.
Okay.
The bat phone, as what we called it, it sits right on the table next to the person that's watching, and it's not a phone that you pick up and dial. It's a phone that as soon as you pick it up, it's to the turtles. Like instantaneously, you're ringing and they know something's up. So if you fuck up and pick up that phone, they're coming, they're rushing in.
All right.
So, it really makes the stories that I hear from the outside. I'm sitting there and I know that building.
Okay.
And it's not
Tell me some of the inconsistencies that you're hearing. Like, did they take him off early or?
They would have probably taken him the first time, taken him off early. The second time, so we talked about, well, when does a person come off Suicide Watch? If you've made the first attempt, right, or if you just come into prison and they're designating you and they tell you, this guy seems like, we're going to put you into, the sometimes you just go to the medical facility and they'll observe you there because you're being watched more than general pop. So this guy goes into Suicide Watch, which means he's clearly going to harm himself, right? He said something vocally or whatnot. They saw this guy's going to harm him. You come off of that. He was on Suicide Watch. He came off Suicide Watch. Then he went back on Suicide Watch. Yeah. So the second time around is where I'm saying he's not going to get the 24-hour stay. And okay, see you later. Thanks for coming for that room again.
Right.
No, this is now we're intensely watched. So the fact that I heard he was on for the second time, then he got off so fast. It just
that's one red flag.
It just wasn't adding up. I mean, the building, the ability to get a guy in the cut, so to speak. Like, there's not too many places in a prison that you can get away with something. And in that respect, there's just one tape. There's just one, there's not a lot of tape on who's in and out from that section because it's in the third floor. So, you've got constant movement with the COs. The only other inmates that will go inside there that they'll have on tape will be the girls that are delivering the food. And then the only other inmate that you'd have on tape would be the person that is watching on Suicide Watch. So that tape was everything. That tape told the story. That tape that's missing, it told the story. If someone, why that tapes don't disappear. That's the other portion of this whole thing. It's like, okay, they can easily make a control move and get someone into that space, kill him. All they have to do, the only component that they have to get rid of is pay off the person that was on Suicide Watch and then get rid of the tape.
What has since happened to the people? Do you know what has happened to the people working?
I think there's an internal and ongoing investigation,
okay.
Which, those, if this is, conspiracy, that's just it's gonna stretch until enough people. We do the same thing with medical insurance in this company, right? We make a lot of paperwork for you to fill out until you're exhausted,
right?
And then you stop trying to get what you're owed. So it's going to be the same thing with in comes the coronavirus, in comes this, in comes that. And do we really care about Epstein anymore? 6 months later, 7 months later, 8 months later, it's going to disappear unless people like yourself and the media and the public keep on demanding answers, which we'll see how that'll play out.
Yeah, it's almost, to me, it's like we're almost getting caught on Epstein killing himself. It's like, all right, let's take it one step beyond and be like, look, man, they're fucking kids. Like, kids are getting fucked. They're still fucking kids. They're fucking kids in Hollywood. They might be fucking them over. Them rich motherfuckers might be fucking them on islands. Politicians might be fucking kids. But they're fucking kids. And I almost feel like the Epstein shit is a
detour as well.
Is a detour as well.
So I just finished working on a pilot for something that I wrote. And my creative producer, writer, I have this mapped out in episodes, right? They're all named after Slayer songs. So I had a bagman in this TV show that I had written about, an Epstein-type character before Epstein came to surface.
Yeah.
And in the 7th episode, it's all futuristic stuff. It didn't happen yet. But in the 7th episode, it's after the Slayer song, Mandatory Suicide. And I had written it out that they got this guy, they brought him into prison, and they killed him in the same fashion that Epstein was done, where it was a murder, but made to look like a suicide. When Epstein was sitting in MCC, I'm texting back and forth with my producer, and I'm just like, I'm watching this one. This one is art imitating life. Like, this is what's going to happen to this dude. And I knew And the suicide watch was the one where I knew it because it just wasn't a general. That guy's never going to get killed in general pop. They're going to keep him segregated.
Yeah.
He's not going to be the guy that's going to be out in the yard and someone's going to walk up to him. He's too wanted.
Yeah.
So suicide watch is how you keep this thing compressed and no one can get in to examine it.
Let's talk about the noose. What did they say they used for the noose, and does it match?
There was a guard. I feel like someone came out in the news and got the information on the news to a person, and there was no way that he could have caused the damage to himself with the material that was being used. So let me pull up.
Were his hands damaged at all, or was it just his neck? Or
it was. I feel like it was the neck.
Yeah.
And the guy was saying that there's no way that this could have been self-inflicted. And saying, same thing with I think it was the Arturo Gotti situation. Like there was no way to make the pull and the tug with the distance and all that, and the timing of it.
Yeah.
The timing to cause that much, the lacerations and the damage to the neck. It's like that's not how a noose is. You're hanging and you're using the weight of your body on something that's going to grip your esophagus, and that's it. You're gonna pass out and die because you're not getting oxygen to your head. So the noose part, I think I want to find there was a CO. I should have came prepared with that went and spoke to someone. And the material that you have in Suicide Watch it's not possible to create anything. That's why it's made for that. There's nothing in there. There's no sheet in there for you to wrap up and have something that you can kill yourself with.
Yeah,
the
that's
human,
the whole fucking point.
The human
Suicide Watch, John.
Yeah, the guy that sits there, like myself and many others have worked that job. They're not there to be like, this guy's strangling himself. They're there to pick up the phone because he went nuts and he's banging his head against the wall, or he's punching himself in the face and bleeding, or he's trying to choke himself out with his hand in his mouth or something. So there's no materials in there for him to do what he did, and the person that's there to watch the situation 24/7 is in case this dude just goes buck nutty and starts trying to injure himself.
What would you like to say, John?
Well, but the story is that the guards were not trained well. They were napping on the job. I mean, the place is understaffed, so that's what happened. That's the official story.
But even so,
well, the staff is the inmates, and we all know that the prison system's not understaffed when it comes to inmate employee.
But that's the story, Don, and that's the official report, and then that's why I choose to believe it.
Right.
Why would they put this guy is one of the biggest inmates in the last 100 years? Why would they put two people that aren't trained well to watch him? Even that seems fit. Doesn't that seem a bit off?
It seems off, but of course I do accept that prison guards may not have the best interests of the inmates in mind. I mean, and so to the idea that the system is not really looking out for these people who are incarcerated, it makes sense to me.
If I got somebody that could put away politicians and fucking movie motherfuckers and all this shit, I would probably either, depending on what side I'm on, I would either have something where he can die really easily, or I'd have fucking super trained motherfuckers watching his ass the whole fucking time to make sure he goes to trial.
Yeah, I mean, he's on a 30-minute revolving, but that's the.
But they fell asleep, Don. That's the fucking story,
Two people?
Man. Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
That's the story.
Because the shoe unit, right? You have, I forget what time was it in the evening that he passed away?
Yeah.
If we know. So
when he killed himself.
So regardless, they're when he killed himself, when he passed away, when he killed himself via homicide.
It's arguing with Rachel Maddow every fucking day for me, dude. I swear to God.
Every 30 minutes you got a guy coming and checking in at the door. I mean, would you even think that there's the possibility that he killed himself and they were paid off to just overlook it to make sure that he was killing himself? Let's say someone decided they're going to kill himself and the guard took a payoff to turn the cheek. Would you even go as far as saying that happened?
Well, sure. I mean, again, the fantasy idea is sort of fun, that there's this huge cabal and all, someone's a puppet master pulling the strings. But Don, you're a grown man. You realize that conspiracies are impossible to hide. People talk. I mean, shit goes down. Even if you look at the government now, I mean, you can't hide shit. It doesn't happen. People
Yeah,
talk,
yeah,
man.
people just end up dead from watch. People's watches get fucking stolen and they end up dead.
The heart. I mean,
Yeah, just shot in the back of the head. DNC motherfuckers.
the heart
It's fucking
attack.
crazy.
You know,
yeah.
CIA's been doing the heart attack for a very long time. I mean, this stuff it's all very real, and this guy was very important to a lot of people. So, you know, the fact that he died and it was just him being upset and wanting to kill himself. I don't know. Do you believe psychologically that this guy wanted to kill himself? I mean,
Absolutely.
you do.
Why?
Absolutely. Well, he's an older man. I mean, the jig was up. It was over. He was going to spend the rest of his life in prison. Some are arguing that he wanted to protect his estate, so he was going to kill himself, and then therefore the victims couldn't come at him to get his money. So, I mean, it was all there. I mean, he was not going to live a good life after that. He was going to jail. He knew it. It was over.
And the stuff procedurally, like let's say you're saying that, you know, there was these guards or inmates or people that were not as professional and they weren't really paying attention to the situation as they should. What about procedurally protocol afterwards? All the protocol that was broken on the investigation of a suicide of one of the most high profile inmates in this country at the time. How do you feel about that?
Well, I would need to know exactly what you're talking about. Of course, the
Well,
camera thing is
tape was-
unfortunate.
The tape was lost.
They're
Yeah.
not supposed to move the body.
Okay.
So they completely ruined the crime scene by taking him out and doing all. So, you know,
Would you at least grant me this, Don?
That fucked up. That fucked up the whole. They just ruined the whole crime scene.
They tainted the entire crime scene within the first 5 minutes.
But this shit happens all the time.
Well,
I mean, just think back to OJ, what went down with that whole case and how the crime scene was screwed up. I mean, people are not perfect.
Well, you think the OJ crime scene wasn't tainted?
I mean, we can go down that rabbit hole all day long.
Yeah.
But the point being, people make mistakes, and you know, and forgive me, you know, I've met many jailers. They're decent people, but some are not the best and the brightest, and they fucked up.
Well, we're not even talking about the jailers that tainted the crime scene. This is you're talking about lieutenants. You're talking about, you know, when a CO finds a body in a shoe unit, right, and this guy strangled himself. He's not going to be like, all right, let me grab the body. I'm going to call the van. I'm going to go bring this guy to the hospital, and we're going to go, you know, try to pump some air into him. It's protocol. He's going to call his boss. Like the captain is going to be in the shoe. Like we're talking about guys that have got, you know, 40 years on the job. These are guys that most of them that I knew came from military experience that go work as COs for the feds. So it's not like you've got, you know, Joe Schmo Boom Bots from Queens being like, you know what, I'm going to grab this thing, I'm going to wrap him up, I'm going to put him in a thing and take him to the hospital, and that's what I'm going to do today. No, there's a protocol, and everything was violated from the point they found that body until he was pronounced dead in a hospital.
Or so you say. I mean, I would need to see your notes on this.
yeah.
But beyond that,
That's fact. I mean, we can look over that in a little bit. Yeah.
all right, I'm all about it, Don. But I mean, really.
I
So
don't know. CNN didn't tell me it, so
but
I don't know.
how deep is this cabal, Don? How many people are we talking here? 40 people, 30 people, 20? Everyone's not saying a damn thing.
Mine is not to take this seat and start, you know, projecting my conspiracy theories on how far down the rabbit hole this thing goes, right?
Seems like it.
Well, no, I'm really just talking about MCC. You know, I'm really trying to stay within that building and the procedures in that building, and having experience working suicide watch, having been on the shoe where he was found dead, in the shoe, maybe even in the same cell for all we know, and knowing that half-hour procedure, knowing the protocol if there's a dead body. So I really want to stick just to that.
Yeah, why are you trying to sidetrack shit, John?
I think you want to go into a vast, you know, conspiracy about, you know, was, you know, this person involved and that person involved, and who was that king and who was that. Like, you know, like Jude said, there's a lot of kids that are getting raped, and it's really, really sad, and it ended. This guy's life ended, and I'm glad it did. You know, I'm glad when I read the articles about pedophiles that are getting killed in prison. You know, I kind of get like a nice little glimmer of hope inside my body, like it's going to keep happening like that. But this one really is just procedural to me, you know, and the tapes being missing and all. I'm just looking at a lot of effed up evidence.
But Don, you were there. You were literally on the ground there.
Right.
And so the people that you met there, isn't it possible that, yes, they were taking a nap late at night, and perhaps they weren't trained to do this job you're talking about? Isn't that possible? I'm sure you met those people,
Let's
Don.
accept that as truth. Dude falls asleep. So we're talking about that. And then we're talking about the second shift, and then the third shift, the half hours. Remember, every half hour you've got the guy coming in. So let's just say he just slept the entire time through until they found him dead. Well, the part 2 is the part that I don't want to. It's kind of like the World Trade Center. It's like let's accept that 1 and 2 went down. Let's just say it. Okay, they went down and they fell and they imploded on themselves. Then my question to you is, what about Building 7?
Oh, wait a minute. Hang on a second. So you're a 9/11 truther too? Is that what's going on here?
Tell me what happened with Building 7. I'm not talking about 9/11, Building 1 and 2. Let's just talk about Building 7 all by itself. How did it fall?
Don.
Just Building 7. I don't want to talk about anything else but Building 7.
The fires. There was a huge catastrophe.
The fires.
I'm
The
telling
fires.
you. Yes, there are a lot of very smart engineers look at this, and I choose to believe the experts.
Right.
Yeah.
9/11 truther.
Man.
I mean,
Okay.
Yo, but even like, I don't want to get sidetracked with 9/11 shit, but like, for fuck's sakes, John, like,
just Building 7.
it's
Building 7.
Just Building 7,
Don.
John. Let's just look at that one building as a singular event and say, how does a building fall into its own footprint from fires on the inside? No, there's no
Are you an
fuel.
engineer, Don?
I'm not an engineer, but I was a union carpenter, Local 11, so I've built buildings like that.
Okay. I haven't. All right. But again, the engineers tell me that's how these buildings react to fire and all this debris. And it was
Fire doesn't melt steel. I know that. I don't have to be an engineer to understand you. I don't have to be an engineer to understand you can't put an egg, on your counter and it's going to cook because it's a hot day. It's just not going to happen. Right? You need the stove.
Well, I mean, go to Arizona during a hot day. You can fry one on the pavement. It's true. At any rate, you honestly believe that he was murdered. And who did that exactly? Who?
If I had that answer, I wouldn't be sitting here, right?
Well, if you've thought about it, Don, who is it? Just give me a guess. Give me a best guess.
I think there's a collective of people that
What,
want
the
that guy
Clintons or
dead.
something?
Well, I didn't say the Clintons. I mean, he's been seen and taken pictures with and been attached to a plethora of men that were probably involved in the scandal that he was involved with. So he's, like I wrote the book about Joe Colombo. Who killed Joe Colombo? At the time of his shooting, you've got the whole city against him. You got the FBI against him. You got the mob bosses against him. So here's another guy that was, all eyes on me.
a lot of people had something to gain from his death. That's why I wanted to see him live.
Did you know him, Joe?
Well, according to Jude, I probably did.
Yeah.
No, I did not.
Were you on the island?
They weren't friends, but they're into the same things.
No.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
They weren't friends, but they're into the same things. And like, yo, dude, like, there was a documentary, like a well-kept secret about all the fucking Hollywood dudes fucking the boys and shit that came out. That's what me and Corey Feldman ended up having that big-ass fucking fight about. And it's like, the shit's still happening, man. Like, the shit is still happening, and we're just pretending like it's not happening. And I kind of have a problem with that. And that's why I didn't want to see this motherfucker die, because I wanted to see him tell on some people. He would have been the only snitch I would have liked, probably. Yeah, I want to see him I wanted to see him tell on people, and I do find it really, like, people just, once he died, they just stopped. They just was like, oh, I guess no kids got fucked.
Over. Yeah,
no kids got fucked. Well, that let's, like you said, let's move on. What did Trump tweet, and what's up with this coronavirus and fucking
Kanye's new album?
Yep.
Yeah.
Admittedly, that's frustrating.
It is.
It is very frustrating for me.
Especially for the little girls that are getting raped on an island right now.
And boys, shit, man. Like, kids are getting butt fucked and shit, man. Like, not cool.
Yeah.
Not cool. You might support that.
Oh,
tacitly.
I see. Right, exactly.
John, by fucking denying this shit.
Ouch.
Ouch. By denying this shit.
I believe in the truth. Show me the proof, and I'll believe it.
Yeah,
give me nothing, Don. You give me nothing.
Yeah.
What? All you're doing is saying, well, this guy with authority said it went this way, and that person has no fucking proof either.
But it makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, yes. Again,
it doesn't make
unfortunate,
sense.
But again, I accept the fact that even though we're here in this great country,
you trust the FCC. Well, you trust the FCC. You trust people. You trust shit that has been shown to fucking had been bribed, and you trust that shit.
The system is flawed, and then we identify it and correct it. And then, again, those two prison guards, they were charged with, conspiracy and filing false records that night, and, the process continues. And what'll happen is fortune. Of course, there's some litigation.
So they get these two guys, they get two flunkies to take a fucking fall, and that's it.
But people talk. You guys both know that, man. It's impossible to keep this kind of stuff quiet. It's impossible. I mean, unless you're in like Russia or something.
Do you believe the JFK, the magic bullet theory?
Of course I do.
Yeah.
Of course I do.
It went in here, through here, and then out through there. You believe that?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do. I mean, again,
I got to know the playing field here.
it's
This is- yo.
Dog, you're out here talking about Building 7. I already know the playing field. I know what's going on.
Don,
7.
Don, if a doctor didn't endorse it, if the FCC didn't say it was true, if a college didn't fucking tell John that shit, he doesn't believe it.
John, one more question. Is
Hit me.
Now, I can't see Florida from here, but I can see the sun. Which one's closer mile-wise?
Oh, Don. what is this? Florida? Am I right?
I'm just playing. You don't have.
Is that
You
a
don't
trick
have.
question?
Yeah, I mean, but you don't have to be able to see certain things to understand what's happening. Again, it's I just came here to show you some formula, let you know about the uniform that they're saying killed him, didn't have the strength to kill. This is a 6 foot something dude. So what was this guy? 6 foot and change? 6'2" or something like that?
He was a bigger man.
Even taller compared to kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And he hung himself, and his neck broke, and that's what happens when you hang yourself.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
From the bottom bunk. Yeah.
I seek the truth.
Yeah. I do too.
I'm glad you guys agree on that.
Yeah.
Thank you. I've been having this fucking argument with him over and over again. It's nice to have someone that actually was inside of where it fucking happened to break down the ins and outs and just point out the little red flags, like boop, red flag, boop, red flag, boop, red flag.
This is where it becomes topical for me, where it's not just the one thing, John, and it's just, okay, the bunk was too low or the fabric was not strong enough. It's like when I see multiple red flags in a row, then that's where I'm looking at something like, okay, well, this is just not factual. You're not looking at the evidence. It's like there's nothing. All of these things that you're saying are supporting his death are actually brittle. That's where I come into play, and I say, well, I've been there before, and I understand the procedures. This is the first suicide there in 15 years or something like that.
People kill themselves all the time in prison.
15
Don.
years.
15 years.
Yeah, 15 years.
I'd have to look that up, Don.
He's telling you. He's telling.
Okay.
He's,
And there I am telling lies again on the radio.
Go back
But
to
look
Twitter
it
and
up.
Building 7.
Look it up.
Okay. Take a deep dive in Reddit.
Don.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you had to come here and be insulted by my lipless fucking.
It's all right. It's all right.
Wonder, fucking chin face killer. Don Capria. The book Columbo: The Unsolved Murder. We're not going to tell you who did it. You got to get the book. It's about Joe Colombo, the mob boss, and he also, thank you for weighing in on this Epstein shit. And don't get sidetracked by that shit, y'all. Like, there's still, kids are still disappearing all the fucking time.
Right now.
Yeah.
There's some ghosts out there.
Yep, even in Hollywood, man. Hollywood, there's famous directors still butt fucking boys for getting them high and butt fucking these motherfuckers, but we don't like to talk about that shit.
Yeah. Sad stuff.
Where can they find you?
Don Capria on the web, so at Don Capria, and the book is available on Amazon. So you just punch in Columbo, Unsolved Murder, pick up a copy.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
You're listening to the All Out Show with you.
Okay, shout out to Don Capria. He was he came in and discussed the Epstein suicides. John, do you want to apologize now?
He's given me a lot to
for
think
being
about.
wrong. You're so full of shit, dude. You're so full of fucking shit. That guy killed himself. But the real thing is they're still fucking rich. The elite are still out there smashing kids. Don't forget that shit, y'all. Don't forget that shit. They still doing it, man. Shit is grimy. on a brighter note, you should follow the All Out Show at All Out Show. And you can follow me at One More Jude. And these are on Instagram. And I have a phone number. Let me give it to you. You got to sign up for community. And we'll be sending out a giant group text to everybody if you want to like be able to call into the show. We're trying to work on some workarounds to be able to call in to Shade 45, at least for What Would You Do's. You know what I'm saying? At least for What Would You Do's. The number is, I'm giving you a chance to fucking write this shit down. You got it? You got the pencil or something? 213-205-3747. 213-205-3747. And then that way you can participate in the show while we're down. 213-205-3747. If you can't write it down, just go to my Instagram, One More Jude. At One More Jude, and it's in the bio. Bam. There it is. All right. News from the Chin coming up next.
You're listening to the All Out Show with you. And now, it's time for News from the Chin with John Z. Matthews.
Looks like Americans are excessively eating, drinking, smoking pot, playing video games, and watching a bunch of porn while they're caught up at their homes. That's what we're doing.
Sounds about right.
Well, I doubt you're doing very much drinking, but
No, I'm not doing any drinking. All my drug use is like go have fun drug use, so my drug use has gone down.
Oh, really? You don't sit at the place and drop, you don't drop GHB, but you don't take your beloved GHB?
I've done it. I've done it and then done like IG lives or some shit just because I'm talking to somebody. But like if I'm not talking to anybody, like just sitting on the couch watching a movie, it's a bit of a waste. I was talking to my coke dealer homeboy. His sales went down.
Oh, sure. Way down?
They're not smacking like they were, you know what I mean? Like I was like, oh, you're gonna be doing good, and he was like, nah, bro, like coke is more social, so like, you know, he's got the few dedicated guys that really like that shit, but like the people that will grab it for the weekend, like it's not like they're sitting at the house doing it.
Yeah,
I
told me
would.
she was doing that. I guess if I was a coke person, why not? I don't know.
Yeah, why? You ain't got shit to be. You gotta know where to be. I mean, I guess even working from home, it's not like most people aren't like you and I, where we gotta actually talk on the radio. You could just be a total piece of shit and just be doing your work from home. You know what I mean?
Oh, guaranteed. The people who are not on the air that we work with, I know they're waking up kind of hungover. I've talked to them.
Oh yeah. I'm sure they're fucked up. I don't blame them, man. There's really nothing to do, man. Like it's fucking. Like I say it every day. I don't know how much like shit needs to start being made. You know what I mean? Like internet is cool, but you need people to make shit that you can sell on the internet. You know, like. This is not sustainable.
Well, that's what China's for. Ouch.
Yeah, China's that's gotten us into a bit of trouble. So that's why I keep calling it the Wuhan shit. Just to remind y'all, China don't like y'all.
Oh.
Did they not say that they were going to withhold? Did they threaten to withhold medication?
Oh, I'd have to.
Oh, yeah, they did. Yes, they fucking did. So fuck those guys.
Jeez.
Yo, hey, bro, we finna withhold medication if you don't start acting it right. Like what, motherfucker? Like what? That's fighting words right there, bro. But we did it to ourselves. All them CEOs got rich, gutted America. The high IQ motherfuckers went and worked in like high IQ businesses and shit, and then just left everybody else just to be fucked. And now here we are.
Well,
I went to.
we'll learn.
Was I telling you that shit? Like, would I go to? Yeah, like the masks or something. I went to buy something. It was like $50, bro. They not playing, bro. They gouging cats.
Well, again,
I wanted to go get a thermometer. They don't got thermometers.
Are you worried about checking your temperature? You feeling a fever? Feeling a little warm?
No, I don't feel warm. But I'm not 100% either. So I was just like, I'm going to check my temp. And they're like, nah, we don't got those. I was like, oh, all right. Holler at me when China makes some more. And decides to send it to us.
Well, I can go check my street dealer who's selling the mass on the corner, see if he's got some thermometers. I'll ship it over to you.
That's cool. I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna holler at my homegirl. She works at the she's a nurse. I'm gonna be like, yo, lift a fucking thermometer and some goddamn sanitizer for me. Go ahead. What else? What? Yeah. So people are getting drunk and high.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's getting high and fat.
Here's the thing that I realized that, as you know, I've been known to drink a little bit. But so the problem with me is that if I have too much around, I may just drink it. But if I don't sort of stock up, then I have to go to the store all the time, which I also don't like doing. So I've got a bit of a dilemma.
Yeah,
there.
because you're putting yourself at risk.
Yeah. So now I have to kind of reel it in on a personal level. Like, okay, you can buy some bottles, but don't drink it. Self-control.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just like heard again that like now it's just like if a motherfucker got Wuhan and just talks on you, like that's like just them talking on you. Like they're coming up with like I'm learning like something new and different every fucking day about this shit. Like they're just freestyling, bro. They're just out here freestyling. Like, let's try this. Let's try that. My sister sent me articles. Don't go buy this shit, y'all. But she sent me 2 different articles. One that doing nitrous oxide, and the other one is Viagra is supposed to help. I was like, what?
Viagra? Oh, that's going to protect you? Nitrous oxide, Viagra?
That I didn't read the articles, but she sent me the shit. I'm like, God damn, man, they are fucking grasping at straws.
I don't know. She takes medical advice.
She was like it opens up the blood capillaries or some shit. I don't know what the fuck. I didn't read the whole fucking thing. I didn't read any of it. I just read her text. I was like, I'm not I got a bunch of Viagra here. I guess I could start taking it just to like ward off the fucking Wuhan shit, you know what I mean?
Might as well.
I could. But then I'm going to be walking around with a fucking boner.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get a resupply at some point. I burned through it all like an idiot.
Your Viagra?
Yeah, the stuff you gave me.
You're not fucking anybody, dude.
I know. I was, if I got a little funny early in the morning, like, let me try one of those again.
That probably kept you from getting motherfucking CV, bro. Just being on the bus chock full of Viagra.
It's not a bad thought.
Who knew? Fucking who the fuck knew? Maybe Rachel's article's right, because you've been in the petri dish.
Oh.
You know what? I take that back. Everybody has been in the fucking petri dish. It's fucking ridiculous. They're like, let's shut down everything, but then make everybody go to this one place at once. And you're like, okay, that makes sense. Let's shut down everything, but then concentrate everybody into one place that they can go to. Whose fucking genius idea was that? Idiots.
Hopefully
Idiots.
In charge.
They're dumb. Fucking stupid as fuck. Anyway. So yeah,
and
jerking off, drinking.
Yep. Pornhub
Netflix,
has seen a spike.
Pornhub.
Yeah. 11.6%, obviously. Are you watching much porn these days? You've been jerking off again.
Yeah, but then I didn't. I did it just because I was like to fight the depression, but then the depression creeped back in again. I was like, fuck it. I was like, this is awful. This is awful. It's weird fucking.
Come on, give in to the jerking off.
This lightweight ass fucking state control shit just really irritates me. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I'm gonna jerk off for freedom. When I bust a nut, I'm gonna be like Braveheart. I'm gonna be like, freedom! You don't remember that when they kill his ass? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah, I'm a
That makes
Braveheart bus. Maybe there's some Patriot porn I can jerk off to.
Patriot porn.
They got every kind of fucking porn. Maybe that'll be my new shit, just to try to find different kinds of fucking porn. Cause I'm stuck in that loop. Lately, I've been watching old Ed Powers. Have you ever seen that one?
Oh yeah, yes, of course.
He's that
yes,
like the old Jewish guy from the 90s.
Right.
Fucking fat and disgusting and corny. He's super fat, disgusting, and corny. And then, and like, he's about to fuck these girls, and he's cracking like vaudeville jokes, like jokes from the 1920s and shit. They were like, "What's your name?" She was like, Susie. Susie by the seashore with the seashells. I'm like, oh my God, dude, this guy's a cornball. And then he bangs him.
Oh, yeah.
And not even that good either, but like, I just like watch, it's just so disgusting. I'm like, these fucking hot chicks are just banging this fucking disgusting piece of shit.
For some reason, I came across this thing called edging porn, which I'd never come across. I watched this the other night, sort of, where the women sort of, sort of get their clothes and then stop. Yeah, exactly. And for some reason,
hate them. I hate those fucking porns, man. When you go to watch it, you think it's a porn and it's just like pictures, and someone starts talking to you.
Well, here, listen to this lady. Here she is. But it's almost like that. Let's see. Here we go.
This is edging porn.
Slow 50 strokes. Stroke a second, okay?
See, it's more visual though.
Blood boy.
Oh wait, the guy's doing it, and she's right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, it's better than what I thought it was gonna be. Hit pause.
But for some reason,
I thought it was gonna be like just pictures, and then this lady telling you like when you can come and when you can't come. She's actually like, it's like she's doing it. All right, so keep going.
All right.
This guy's a loud jerker.
47, 46, 45,
But then they've got other cuts here of guys just coming. It's a whole scene.
Wait, so then it's cut. The guy's coming.
Oh, they've got like split screens going. That's this one
so
video.
Weird,
I don't know.
man. So you've been into that one lately?
And here's the bad news.
What's that?
Here's the bad news. Dan, the engineer, I'm sharing my screen with him. He just had to watch that whole thing. Sorry, Dan. I'm assuming he's cool with that. All right, he's got a smile on his face. Dan, our guy in Minnesota.
All right.
But yeah, for some reason I watched that the other night. Got it done. Edging porn.
Edging porn. All right. Hey, whatever. Whatever. Yeah, look, hey, I might end up on that shit. I'm gonna take I got plenty of time to take a tour of the world of porn. Now that fucking no one can go anywhere. You can go take a walk.
Oh,
I guess.
Even in California, they're saying don't go outside.
Oh, now they're telling you that you can't take walks? Jesus Christ.
Well, they're saying this is a bad week. It's a peak week, so they're saying really kind of keep it low key. So
all right, okay. There you go. So they said it was a peak week and to not go outside, huh?
Pretty much. That's where we are.
Just like I predicted it. I told you they're gonna fucking lock shit down even more to go that I went grocery shopping. Boom. California
coming true.
peak week. I'm seeing that shit. Just slowly. This is what they're doing to us is like what it's like at the strip club. I've made this analogy before. You know, you get a job, you're the waitress, then you're the shot girl, then you're doing dances, and then you're fucking dudes in the VIP room.
It's that slow progression.
They're just slowly. Like, now you got to stay inside, but you can go here. You got to wear this mask. No, now you got to stay inside for good. And now we're going to ticket you. I think down in San Diego, they were like ticketing cats for going outside. So, yeah, baby steps. Baby
Not
steps.
to harp on the strip club, but have you ever seen somebody really fuck in a strip club in the VIP room? Have you ever seen that?
No, I haven't. But I've got my dick sucked in the strip club.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm told up in Canada, that's just part of the attraction. Up at the strip clubs, people are actually having sex in the strip clubs, and it's legal.
Yeah, I think so. I'm just cheap, so I don't go up to the VIP room. But I've just gotten head just downstairs from the stripper.
Wow.
Suck me up. First time happened was in Seattle, Emerald City. I'll never forget you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Seattle. Sleepless in Seattle. Fucking awesome. And my wallet got stolen, so I didn't have any money. So when she was like, let me give you a dance, I was like, I got no money. And then she just gave me some head anyway. I was like, this is awesome.
Did one of the strippers take it, or you just leave it somewhere?
I think some fat chick got me for it. This fat Mexican girl. Long story. I ended up stranded. I was stranded up there. I had to stay at these unknown chick's house. And when I left, everything was gone. Dun 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 dun.
Yeah. So it looks like there is an upside to staying at home, though. A lot of people are claiming they're going to improve themselves.
Bullshit.
Hey, I've signed up for a coding class. I have, to learn Python. I'm trying to learn some coding. So we'll see.
There you go.
Who knows?
Learn to code. You and the coal miners out there fucking just handling shit.
That's going to do well.
There you go.
Brian. Are you going to try to do anything?
You signed up for... I planked. I was doing some planking and just like some curls and shit. And then that was it. And took out the trash this morning. That was my big day.
Are you going to film yourself and put it on IG? You working out? Look at me.
No.
Working out?
No.
I know. Yeah. All these young women are doing that. I mean, it's kind of nice to look at, but like, yeah, okay, you're working out. That's great.
God. If a tree falls in the woods, does it make any noise? If you worked out and didn't post it on IG, did you get any gains? Did you make any gains? Did you? If it didn't go on IG?
I wonder.
Fuck, bro. Whatever, man. I've been on Instagram Live talking shit to people too. It just depends on the day. If I'm fucking busier than others, other days. The bored days, man, I'll sit there and talk to you for a couple hours. And other days I'm super busy. Yeah, I'll just sit there and talk shit. You should be on there, John. Like, people been asking for you.
Yeah, I know.
Just block them if they keep talking shit. Just whoop, erase them. That's what I do. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
I was talking about finger fucking some chick, and this other girl was like, boring, and I was just like, erase.
Yeah,
like, shut up, bitch. Fuck out of here. Nobody asked for
hours.
Yeah, nobody asked for your fucking review. It'll be like I'll do it earlier, and then I'll do it later or some shit like that.
Oh, okay.
If I'm giving you a free sandwich, I don't want to hear how it tastes. I don't, if there's too much mustard on it, it's fucking free. Either take it or don't. Fuck out of here with your critiques.
All right.
The nerve, the balls.
I vow to do that. So
yeah, that's what you should work on. Like Python is cool, but you should actually work on getting your social media shit up.
Oh, I know. I've been watching these DJs that we work with, and they're out there spinning and stuff. Like, what the hell am I going to do? Go on there.
I know. Shout out to Wonder, man. Like,
that's fucking
he's
awesome.
live
I've been
all the
watching
fucking
those.
What does he do?
Well, I mean, so I've checked in with him. I've even made some requests, but he'll sit there, he'll get his rig out, and then he'll just do a mix. He'll take requests off the live, and people love it. I mean, he's fucking awesome too. It's a really tight mix. He's really good.
DJ Wonder's a fucking ill DJ, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
DJ Wonder's
I always
dope.
suspected it, but to see him do it, he's fucking killing it.
Yeah, he's fucking smashing. Yeah, a lot of the DJs are doing really well with that shit. So there you go. My mixtape shit. No one wants to hear my shit. I'm like, yep. Here's another one from Supertramp. People are like, Jesus Christ, man, enough. Like, enough. Fuck you. I'm playing what I want. Playing what I want. I posted this mix and I tagged Nina Cherry and Taylor Dane, and one of those motherfuckers told on me. I don't know which one it was. I did like an 80s R&B mix, and I posted their names. Like, I tagged their names to it, and like that was the only mix that got taken down. And the only people I tagged was Simply Red, Taylor Dane, and Nina Cherry. And then suddenly my whole mix got taken down, except for Simply Red's. So I don't think he did it.
Very suspicious.
Earlier today, I just posted when someone tells on you, like what that shit looks like. Someone sent me a screenshot of someone telling on somebody. So I got to see what the snitches see.
And what is that? What does it look like?
Well, let me see what it says. It says, You anonymously reported Instagram for violence or dangerous organizations. We've reviewed your report of Instagram's account. Thank you for your report. They're not able to remove it at this time.
I see.
But yeah, so that's what it looks like. So I guess they do say no to some people sometimes. I feel like they're always saying yeah to me.
Where are you in that shadow banning situation?
I don't know. I'm pretty fucking bad. No, I'm still fucking.
Can you tell right now? Is that what you're doing? You're looking it up?
Oh, this was actually somebody actually reported Instagram for being a terrorist organization, but that's what it looks like.
I see. I'm sure they'll get forward with that complaint.
They're like, no, we've looked at it and we're not a terrorist, and we're not terrorists at all. So there you go.
All right, so you should be careful out there because long periods of stress can alter your sperm, impact the brain development of the baby. So if you're stressed out, Jude, which seems to come and go, you got to sort of get that under control. But they're saying that, of course, these stress hormones are released and then they impact the way that the sperm is developing. So it could have... Well, here's the thing. They're not saying it's necessarily negative, but they do notice a difference. So it could be that you're training your child to become sort of resilient to stress, and they're looking at it further. But the fact is that stress, you're fucking with your test.
But like how long? Like I'm thinking like the baby boomers, like when the people came back from the war, where they like, was their nut? How long was their cum stressed out for? Like you just fought in a war.
Several months. Looks like several months.
Huh? No shit. That's crazy.
So
that might explain my dad.
Could be.
My Nunu got back from the war and then just got my fucking nanny pregnant with my father. And he's a maniac, so maybe that was something.
Was he always like that?
Been all the beatings too. Yeah, he's always been like that. Yeah. Most people just don't turn crazy unless you fucking do a bunch of speed, and then it trips something up in your 20s. I've noticed that. I've had homies go crazy in their 20s from doing too much too many drugs. But nah, he's always been crazy. Maniac. So there you go. Watch out. Do some breathing exercises. And then fucking get that positive, relaxed cum.
Yeah, and they do point out here something that you're a true believer in, that you should take a break from watching, reading, and listening to news, which I find to be amusing. They actually say that. I guess it is stressing me out. Take a break from social
Yes,
media,
it's
too.
stressing you out. You're fucking the most high-strung person ever, and then you watch like this fear-mongering fucking clickbait bullshit. Dude, for fuck's sakes, yeah, dog, yeah, it's bad for you.
Now that I'm home all the time, I've consciously made an effort to stop. I don't watch it at all at night anymore.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
I
You only
pull
ruin
back.
everybody else's day at work. That's cool.
Exactly.
You're like, now that I'm at home, I've really felt the negative consequences of all this fucking 24 hours news of bullshit coming in at me. So I've stopped doing it. But when I come back to work, be right back at it again.
I mean, I was really getting pretty dark for a while there. I was mainlining it at night. I'd have it on, sleeping. I mean, it was everything. It was just constant. I said, this is not helping.
Dude.
This is not helping at all.
Nah, not at all, bro. Nah. Gotta chill. You gotta chill, son. All right, what else? Is that it? Or what?
I've got some good news for you if you want that.
All right. Yeah, give me some good news.
And now, time for good news.
All right, so this is over in Hong Kong. There is a zoo there, and now they're saying that the two pandas, now that they're alone because they had to close the zoo, Ying Ying and Li Li, are now fucking. And they've been trying to get them to have sex for about 10 years, and that didn't go so well. But now that they're alone and just sort of hanging out by themselves, they're starting to have sex. So they've been trying to get them to breed, now it's working. They're doing it on their own.
They just needed a bit of privacy and didn't want to have everybody and their mom watching them fuck all the goddamn time.
Hard to believe. Pandas like to be alone before they have sex.
It's actually, yeah, wow, that actually makes sense. I have really nothing funny to say about that or anything. Like, they just needed to be. The panda was like, yo, man, I'm just trying to hang out with my girl. Could you guys stop fucking staring at me while I'm, like, eating her panda pussy, man? Like, would you stop for fuck's sakes? They're like, we don't understand why they're not fucking. We'll quit fucking staring at them. There it is.
Yeah, these people file through. Yeah, Ying Ying and Li Li, they're having sex.
Nobody's going to have any money to go watch them, see the baby cub, but there you go.
We'll see.
There you go. There'll be no middle class to take a trip over there to China, but hey, there'll be a panda. There'll be one more panda in this world, and that's all that matters. So that's good. That's the news.
Next. You're listening to the All Out Show with you.
All right, that's the show, y'all. I want to thank everybody. Dan out in Minnesota has been helping us run things. Jeremy has been pitching in and just doing his thing, helping us with the show, even though he's just doing it out of the kindness of his heart. So we appreciate that. John, Keenan, shout out to Chris. My name is Jude Angelini. This is the show. You can follow at All Out Show and follow at One More Jude, or go to onemorejude.com. If you're bored and you need something to do, you should actually, I'm going to tweet. I was just on a podcast. I'll tweet the podcast. You if you want more things to fucking listen to. And Hyena and Hummingbird, you can either read them or listen to them on iTunes, or not iTunes, but Audible. So there it is. All right, shit is fire. Let's go.